What's up, y'all? This is Keiana Whatley, also known as Keke Songbird, and you're watching my interview with the promo guys.
Reflecting the light, nurtures everything. If she touch it, it grows. Praises to the queen that always sits on her throne. Black woman, black queen, you're beautiful.
Give me 1 second. Let me just meditate. How did I get started in the arts in general? I've actually been singing since I was 7 years old. I think before I could fully talk, I was singing. Art is a way for me to express myself. I identify with art a lot. I would say I pull my inspiration from Ella Fitzgerald, Billie Holiday, Frankie Lyman. I have a real classical sound, so I mess neo, soul, and jazz together. Now, when it comes to Playwright, I'll be honest, when I first saw my first Tyler Perry play, I was just like, okay, yes, I want to be a playwright. So I'll never forget, we had a winter storm. It was in 2008, and I went to my counselor at Ben Davis, and I was just like, I'm going to put on a Black History play. She thought I was crazy, but I was just like, no, I'm really going to do this. We had the ice storm. School was canceled for 2 days. I'm literally typing. I could not eat. I couldn't sleep. I come back with a whole production written. She was like, wow, I didn't know that you were really going to do something like that. So that's how I knew that Playwright would be part of what, like, my artistry as well. It's kind of hard for me to pinpoint what I do in general because it's so much. So I guess to sum up all of that, I get my inspiration through life. I get my inspiration through experiences. And my inspiration comes from inspiring the people around me. Comparing the sounds from like your 1960s to about now, I would definitely say it's different. I feel like the live sound is being washed away, you know, and back then they really expressed themselves. You could feel their music, and their art was kind of like their protest to how they felt about the world in general. So I feel like today music is kind of watered down, and I hope that we can get to a place where we are real with our artistry and not just solely on the sales. Because I remember the first time I heard a James Brown song, I'm Black and I'm Proud. I really felt like I was black and I'm proud. The first time I heard Billie Holiday, you know, Strange Fruit, it made me sit down and think like, wow, as a black woman or a black man, we're really being lynched out here. And I like artistry like that because when you go, when you look at a painting, right, you see what the artist was trying to do with a painting. It's the same thing with music. You're trying to paint a picture. You know, so that is the comparisons between back then and now. So what I find difficult about my sound in today's music is because I feel like it's not appreciated. I feel like a lot of times people just do what is popular instead of what's true within inside of them. So it's always a battle for me not to settle because I love, like I said, that classical sound. And I feel like it's an opportunity for me to bring the beauty out of music, you know, or bring the beauty back into music, you know. I just don't want people to be moved by it. I want them to relate to it and identify with it. And I want it to be something where it could plant a seed and grow for, you know, my audience to just live a better life in general. So that's the constant battle, is not settling for what the world or what the majority says is good music, but making sure that good music streams from my heart. That's the battle. How did Bluebird come about? So I'm very inspired by Billie Holiday, and she had a song called, or not had, or has a song called Strange Fruit, and I wanted to make a rendition of that in today's world. And I was inspired also by a conversation with my dad, and he was just letting me know how hard it is being a black man in America, you know, being in and out of the penitentiary, limited resources on to provide, and not just having the knowledge on what to do. Because a lot of times people want to do better, it's just not shown on how to do better. So I took his story in that, my mom, just everything that we're going through right now in America, and I wanted to tell a story about us, about black people in America. So I named it Bluebird. Not only did I come up with the song, the video, I wanted to really paint that picture of the pain that we do feel in America. So I got in contact with Lakeisha, who is CEO over Love and Life Productions, and I'm like, hey, I have this script and I have this vision and I want to bring it to life. And so me and her, we worked together. She actually is a co-writer on Bluebird, and we came up with this storyline together called Bluebird. So it is a sad song, but it's necessary, because I feel like I don't want the new generation to ever forget what our ancestors went through. And a lot of times people say, well, why are you living in the past? It's really not, because it's happening still today. And what we can do is just gain strength from it, remember it, and just, I don't know, be black and proud. Be black and proud and be gifted in that. So how was recording Bluebird for me emotionally? I would say that it forced me to dig deep on how I really feel about the issues in America. And there's a part of the song where I let out a cry. So not only is it sad, but it's also power. It's also strength. And it's basically a symbol saying that no matter what you put me through or put our people through, we're still going to remain strong. And we're strong through our music, through our arts, and expressing ourselves. So that's how it was emotionally. And shout out to Dead Silence. He's a rapper here in Indianapolis, Indiana. He is the poet at the beginning of Bluebird. He's the one who gave y'all that Langston Hughes type of vibe. So shout out to him. And Zero the composer in Asthma Studios.
Screams, cries out for her man.
So yeah, that was Bluebird, and I recently just released a single called Queen, which is still along the same lines. I'm just empowering black women. It's like a black girl anthem song, you know. I'm a black girl that rocks, and I want other black girls and women to know that they rock too. Who's featured on that? Mariah Ivy, a rapper here, poet. She wears many hats, activist here in Indianapolis, Indiana, so she's definitely on the track, definitely put some heat on there. But yes, Queen is the black girl anthem. So what do I want women to gain out of Queen? I want women to understand that we do not have to compete, we do not have to backstab, and we can support one another and be confident in ourselves and praise other black women. I want Queen to be a song of just like unity, black girl anthem. Like when you see another sister, you be like, hey girl, hey, you know, celebrate her, you know. That's what I want Queen to that's what I want people to get out of Queen. And I'll let you know something else too. So the day that we shot the video, I had the dancers there. I had Kimberly Reed there. She was helping with the set. I had my little sister Pippi there, and my best friend, and we just had a girl moment during lunch. And when I looked around and I saw the women conversating with each other, I saw them genuinely loving each other, and I was just like, God, Queen did exactly what it was supposed to do, is create these conversations, create this space, create this love. I remember the lady who did the accessories, she goes by the name of Gotti Vintage. She was like, it was good to be surrounded, or excuse me, she said it was good to be in a room all day with women and they called me sis all day. That's what it's about. Is sharing that love, man. We sisters gotta stick together. Lionesses. Yeah. Queen and Bluebird is available on all digital outlets. The short film / music video for Bluebird is on my website, and that's just at KeianaWhatley.com. My music is also there too.